Hey guys, it's Danielle with Danielle Gets It Done, and today I have a March favorites video.
Gonna love you, honey, on and on and on. I'm a morning dove singing out a song.
I haven't done a monthly favorites in so long. I just never feel like I have enough to share, but I have a good list today, so let's get right into it. First, I have 2 essential oils that I am loving. The first is frankincense, and I've never experienced either of these before, so they are both new to me. And frankincense is just really calming, and people use it for meditation and prayer, and meditation probably should make my favorites list as well. I've been really working on my meditation practice lately. I love that it's called a practice because it is something that takes a lot of practice for me and doesn't come naturally. But as part of my ritual to help me get into a mode, I put a little frankincense on the inside of my wrist and give a nice sniff before I sit down and try to quiet my mind and body for a few minutes each day. So frankincense. Secondly is Valor. I just talked about this on my recent haul. I'm obsessed with this stuff. It's very calming. It's a blend. I just can't say enough about it. It smells fantastic. I've been diffusing it a lot. Oh, I'm not wearing my diffusing necklace. I took it off for yoga. Anyways, I've already gone through like a quarter of this bottle and I got it like a week ago. So I love this. TV. I have not been watching TV, and I am a girl who loves her TV. Like, I love TV. I'm not ashamed to say it. I love watching TV every day. I'm just not into it. I can't get into a show. I can't get into The Crown. I don't care about the Housewives right now. Like, it's very weird. I am watching Riverdale. That's on Netflix. Season 1 is, in any case. And it's a nice, mindless drama. It's about murder in a high school setting in a small town, and I like it. You can just kind of do laundry or clean while you watch it. So that's really all I'm watching right now. I'm more into podcasts and reading. So I'm going to talk about the podcasts that I've been obsessed with as of late. And the first 2, Tamala D, who I will link below, told me about them. So thank you, girl. You got me on this podcast kick. And all 4 of them are like business podcasts in the media world. So like girl boss, strong women, entrepreneurs giving their advice. That's just what I'm into right now. So the first is The Gold Digger. Her name is Jenna Kutcher, and she had a wedding photographer business and turned into a business coach and has a podcast and just grew this multi-million-dollar brand and empire. And she is a fellow Midwest girl. She's actually moving to Minnesota from Wisconsin. So I just really enjoy her, and she has amazing advice. Secondly is Rich Bitch. It's kind of the same story, entrepreneur turned to business coach. And she comes from the health and wellness field. And she has a really interesting point of view, which you can probably guess from the title of the podcast. She's just says it like it is, or says it like she sees it, and I like that. The third one is called Being Boss, and it's 2, they call themselves business besties. So it's 2 successful women who've had their own companies. I think both have been in the media world. I think they're both designers. They're both creative. They call themselves creative entrepreneurs. And so they give advice on people who are creative, who want to turn it into a business. And they actually are releasing a book, I think on April 10th, and I pre-ordered my copy. I really like them. They're into the woo. I'm into the woo right now. So they talk about like the moon cycles and crystals and kind of the magic aspect of owning a business. You know, they're very left brain in many ways, because I think you have to be to run a business, but they also invite some of that hippie magic in, and it's just really interesting to see how those two things mesh together. Fourthly is the life coach. She is a really smart woman, and she's really into talking about the brain and brain health and just all things cognitive. And I'm assuming she was like a psych major. It's very interesting. I love learning about that kind of stuff. She reminds me of one of my favorite professors in college. I just love learning from her. I'm the type of person who loves to learn, and she has a lot to teach me. So I recommend that as well. 2 more categories. This one is books, and I talked a lot about both these books on Instagram, and they're by the same author. I'm just gonna cover up my library county. So the first is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, but this is a really popular book. I'm sure you've seen it. It's in Target and kind of all over the place. And I have been really interested in the law of attraction and manifestation lately. Again, I'm into the woo. You may have heard about the book or movie called The Secret. It's both a book and a movie, obviously. It's on Netflix. And honestly, it's not that I found the ideas too woo-woo for me, but I didn't love the format of either. It was just like, it was hard to read and hard to watch, just how they produced it, I guess. I think this does a much better job explaining it for the real world woman or man. She just happens to be a woman. And it just kind of explains that concept. I guess I'm not going to go too far into it, but if you're interested in learning more from my perspective, let me know down below. But it's just about kind of like meditating on your goals and what you want, pretending like they've already happened, and you're going to raise your vibration and raise your frequency, and the universe or God or whomever you believe to call that type of being is going to like connect with you and give you what you desire. I know I sound like a crazy hippie. It's very interesting. My dad is a very conservative Christian kind of a guy, and even he, you know, puts a lot of clout into some of these ideas. So it doesn't have to be, if you are thinking, you know, I'm too conservative or this is too crazy for me, you might still get some gold nuggets out of it. It's very interesting. Back to my dad, he wrote a crazy financial goal on a napkin, that he wanted to make X amount of money by the time he was 30 years old. And it was a big, crazy goal. And he just meditated on it and just knew it was going to happen. And he busted his butt, and that happened for him. So I don't know. I really like this stuff. I'm obsessed. I'm trying to get my husband to read it, but it's like due today. I have to renew it. So Jen has another book called You Are a Badass at Making Money. And I am not done with this yet. I'm about halfway through. I kind of like this better. I don't know. I love both of them. Oh, P.S. The yellow one took a little bit to get into, 50 pages or so, and then I was hooked. I loved this from the start. And it's been interesting because I always thought I had a really good relationship with money. Like, I don't think it's evil, and I don't think it buys all the happiness. Like, I felt like money and I were cool. And she has really pointed out that I have some deep-rooted issues with money. And it's been really eye-opening and interesting to kind of think about things that happened in my childhood as a little girl that really affected me as an adult and have kind of affected my self-worth. And I sometimes think that I don't deserve to make money, or I'm a little embarrassed about the thought of making money. So it's been really interesting and eye-opening, and I love it. I think I'm gonna buy both of them. Okay, lastly, I also talked about this on Instagram. Everything I love, I just can't help telling you about on Instagram. Follow me. I got a new notebook from Plum Paper Planner, which is the same company that makes my planner. And it's just a blank notebook and blank pages. I didn't get lined pages because I just wanted more free form. And I custom designed it. I picked out the cover and I had them type dynamic on it because dynamic is my word of the year. I have a whole video about how I chose that, and I really want to see that word more. So I thought I'm gonna get a journal and print the word dynamic right on front so I can see it every day. And so in this journal, I just want it to be a free form, kind of that manifestation. Sometimes I'm going to write as if I'm Danielle in the future and talk about I'm so grateful for this and this and this, things that I don't quite have yet. And so kind of that woo-woo hippie journaling. I'm going to be journaling about YouTube ideas and Instagram ideas and crazy dreams, and just journal about the reality of my day. And I just want this to be free form, every day, write something. I don't know if anyone can relate, but sometimes like journals are just so pretty that I'm scared to touch my pen to the paper. I don't want to ruin anything. And that's the big reason why I didn't get lined pages. Like, I just want this to be messy and raw and creative. And I'm really excited. I just got this a few days ago, but I have some pages full already of my crazy dreams. I hope you enjoyed my favorites of March. I love everything so much that I shared with you today. Can you tell? If you are new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at Danielle Gets It Done. I'd love to connect with you there. And whatever your plans are today, I hope you get them done. Bye, guys.
Ooh.